Hi there, fellow cubian. There are some unwritten rules in cube combination, from avoiding making off useless items. Wait, where did this to simple atrocities that may end your reputation? These are things that you may never do in cube combination. Let's start with the common sense ones. But first, I need you to meet someone. Wow, how this guy right here. And his name is, wait a sec. Not fitting. Genuinely can't find a good name. I guess I will go with Gernard. Meet Gernard, our new lovely showcaser. Now let's start with the first stone in our list. Daggers. Hopefully you understand why I included this. Because it is really inconsistent, and it's a DPS reliant weapon, so its full potential happens when you don't stop hitting. After all, the DPS compared to its sword version is similar, and the hitbox is smaller. Just like you saw the usage of this weapon against a boss, it is awkwardly a pretty bad weapon. So in my opinion, this is the most useless type of weapon in the game, and I have no idea why the developers added these. But it is something I should not talk about this much, because the dagger was born useless, of course. Just like an enriched turquoise quizathisant from modded cube combination. Actually, why is this trash on my table? Yay! Using what I said, it also applies to useless armor types. In fact, copper armor matches the description of a literal turd. We cannot forget about gold armor. I will chill down for a moment. The reason why I'm hating on these armor sets, in particular, is their bad stats, of course, but a better alternative is iron armor. Iron armor is slightly expensive than waste armor, and many people use it. Heck, copper armor is actually better than gold armor. No, I'm not lying, seriously. So make sure you don't use your lemonade and chocolate cake as your armor. Speaking about food waste and liquid waste, hey, what do you think you're doing? Who are you? You unanimated what? Wait, didn't you have facial expressions before I confronted you? Wait, what? I do have it. Wait, where my face is gone? Great question. Well there, buddy. Basically, they made classic faces into dynamic faces to support the creation of the makeup update in Roblox, and they created the makeup feature so that they could collaborate with the makeup companies. Can you please rest your tongue, and in return, make more money? What I'm saying here is that it's all about the money. Ouch. Now let's go, guys. This is more of a minor inconvenience, but I don't like it whenever people pick up all the ingots from the furnace output bin. Yes, I'm talking about you, Mr. Gernard. Oh my, and I don't like to walk around seeing all of the wet caramel and piss. What does that say? Oh, how dare you. But I won't really restrict anyone from doing this. Maybe take out iron and gold only. But this is not really a big deal most of the time. And if it's even possible with how truly lag-free ingots are, it can be annoying for mobile players with the lag. I'm really sorry, Gernard. After all, ingots disappear whenever the furnace bin is beyond full. It disappears just like if you were to throw great hammers straight to the void. What was I even thinking? Oh, my skibidi toilet. But I won't talk much about it anymore, because in today's cube combination meta, this doesn't happen like it used to. However, we have only been talking about the obvious stuff, and we will now transition to the rules. But first, let's talk about the most important rule. Stealing items from other people, which is the most common form of griefing. And I guess that counts as griefing too, if that somehow even happened. This is the less severe form of griefing, however, but we all have done it before. Just admit it, we all did. But there are also levels to stealing depending on how much the victim cares about and takes it seriously. And to make this less boring, what? Wake up, you cheese stick filled with hopeless dreams and corny jokes. What did I just hear? To make this less boring, I split the severity of stealing into 3 parts. And I made a little pyramid chart to show you what I mean. Also, just ignore the 4th level for a moment. And I will talk about each level one by one. Alright, let's go. This is pretty normal, especially when almost everyone is crafting. It is the type of stealing anyone can brush it off. Some examples include stealing the few white cubes on the island, and stealing ingots from the furnace bin you didn't create. This only includes common tier items, which is an exception to the next level in the list. This has to do with stealing a rarer item, of course. This is the level where stealing becomes serious, and absolutely pretty annoying. Fair crash out. One example is stealing someone's plate cube. And another one is using someone's item for your recipe without permission. But we still have one more level to cover. This is the most blatant and criminal type of stealing. This has to be considered griefing at this point, even if the rules doesn't specifically state it. Honestly, I don't really know. What do you guys think? One example of this is stealing a lot of valuables. And another is stealing boss loot without even being worthy of having them. I meant by how much that person contributed to the boss fight, of course. Now, we are finished talking about the levels, and no, we are not doing level 4. You may be asking, what do I learn from all of this? Well, this is simply a reminder to don't steal. Just don't steal. Like seriously, please don't. Don't go beyond level 1. Please. Por favor, no mi amigos. Just create your own stuff, and not take advantage of others. For the rest of the video, I will go through what I have not mentioned yet. Please select grid mode when creating a new server, especially if you are a beginner. It just makes progression so much easier, and less time consuming, of course. Here is a map of grid compared to standard mode. Bosses on grid servers are more accessible, and faster to return to in case you lost a server to a boss. Meanwhile, standard mode, with the bosses being too far away, and being forced to bridge to them, is not really worth playing on, while grid mode fixes the time problem. But I am actually not really against standard mode. It is pretty much your choice, really. This is just only my recommendation. This is really good on pretty crowded servers. Heck, I found myself distracted playing this. However, we should move on to another important thing, which is game passes. And we will start with this game pass. If you are a successful moneymaker, then you are free to skip this. And yes, this will be about using your budget wisely, and also for the fellow young people watching this. This is important in case you get Robux one day. In fact, I will be using a tier list, alongside ranking game passes, of course. Now, let's get into explaining what game pass are good. And I might have to do this quick. The valuable dirt game pass gives dirt cubes the ability to give 3 different ingots instead of 2 every time. This is so useful because you get iron, gold, and copper every time you smelt a dirt cube. This is really good in terms of quality of life. In my opinion, this is the best game pass. Because of that, I will say this is very great. Now, on to the next one. Well, might have to say bad things about this game pass, because it is actually doo-doo in my opinion. The portable Cubipedia game pass saves recipes in every server you join. For some of you out there wondering why this game pass is not recommended, you can just use the wiki fandom for the recipes. And beware of any misinformation, because wiki fandoms have plenty of errors. And the mobile players out there, you can use the split screen feature on Safari. Then you open Roblox. Just type cube combination wiki. And boom, I can't showcase how to do it on Android, but there are plenty of tutorials out there. Back to the rating. This is such a money stealer, so I will put it in the worst tier. However, for the sake of not making this a Game Pass video, I will stop explaining all of them showing my official tier list and I will write my explanations instead. I will show my opinions on each Game Pass on screen. This is a pretty opinion and subjective based topic, so I want you guys' opinions and rankings in the comments. And the link for the tier list is in the description, and you guys can ping me on the media channel in the Cube Combination Discord server, if you even want to do that, of course. I will admit that I don't really have much Game Passes. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it for my list. Oh, and also please don't buy you meanie piece of skibidi toilet. I will definitely take over your job, and oh look, the fans love me, hi 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 hi. Hi 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 hi. Comment number 1 for me, and comment number 2 if you want this imposter into this masterpiece of a channel. Hey, what is that?